Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. Today's matchup, a battle in the Peach State, and when you square off against another team that was raised on the red clay, the emotion runs a little deeper. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Georgia Southern in a hurry. Wide out in motion. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Just need a few inches on 3rd down to move the sticks on this opening drive. He'll pull it on the read. Still running at the 40. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
They're doing better than Duke.
Come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Lewis to throw. Buys a little time. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end. He's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give out of the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
So we're scoreless.
I know it's a
First
gap.
drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll do it himself. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Here comes the hurry up. They move the tight end all over. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid 3rd and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play the offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Georgia Southern will snap it in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him. Pick up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And they jump on top. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped sometimes.
Fuck!
Is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young
We
man's
just
gonna
beat
learn from.
another-
That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the
We
page.
beat the
and
number 1. Oh, wow.
2nd down.
We're gonna lose, aren't we?
They'll put the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. And the Eagles want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on
I'm
that
pissed.
run. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal.
We loses, I'm screwed.
On the move. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
We lost.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this 1st half, they've done
Like,
just that.
what?
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the
Yeah, it
first
can.
play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page.
He lobs
Come on,
one
touch
high
that.
down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play.
Fuck you!
Just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a
Big
big part of the
piss,
passing
man.
attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Hines is back in the middle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll
What?
turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Lewis to throw. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the
We
final
cannot
play of the
lose
period.
it.
Now to see if they can answer this
Not
early
against
blitz
this
here in the second
team.
quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to
Fire.
and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Romero. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this,
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
I give up. I'm about to get off. That is so stupid. That is so fucking stupid. They're not even fucking good.
Intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. First down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. And they try the
We gotta do
middle
something.
defense, and they
And
rise
I'm
to the
getting
challenge.
pissed.
Georgia Southern in a hurry. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop.
We
and they
beat
can
the
get
number
up the field
12
on
team
3rd and
in the
long.
nation.
Throwing right.
But fuck!
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
and this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable.
How are we
with guys
losing?
on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Able to get just a few before
This isn't the
sliding
day I
to the
quit football.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule.
Because there's no fucking way this team is going to beat us. But look like, yeah, we're going to lose.
Decisions. He did exactly that.
Georgia Southern.
And I'm
really
getting
efficient on
frustrated.
offense.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop.
No one can't.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not
The
sliding away. He
fuck?
just knows where the defense isn't.
We need a
He's able to attack that
miracle.
space with his speed and get a positive
We
play.
had to fucking beat.
The back goes in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Flips it out in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Georgia Southern will snap it in the red zone. Hand off from the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lewis wants to pass. Dances away.
Really?
Nifty
Fuck
little
off.
scamper on this one.
Just
Another
fuck
first
off.
down, and he slides in safely. Hifton is
No way
coming
this
up
is
on the goal
fucking
line.
happening.
The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Yep, no.
He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Virginia Tech is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost feels like they were ready the moment they arrived at the stadium. They're up 14 over BYU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They bring
Good
it down.
defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia Southern in a hurry. He's going to pass on second down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. So much for the wet ball drill. He muffed it, and it's loose. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and found it.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on his many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Fires left. Complete downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Owls! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field
Good defense.
really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And back to the air on second down. Working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a
Wait, we're doing better than last year.
Set of downs after that completion. Lewis to throw. Steps away. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down.
I'm just so aggravated that we're almost losing to this team. After we beat Duke by 37, and we had to come back against this team.
Trying to find his man on first down. The quick out. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
We were down 14.
He's looking to throw.
No way.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks 6 for a first down. Georgia Southern will
Who
snap it in
is
the red
this
zone.
team?
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Eagles. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is Tyler's.
What you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want.
Boom.
Blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The offense grinds out a really good drive. They have it going, and then comes to the abrupt halt with the turnover.
Duke might not be good.
He had a good thing going. He was finding a rhythm. He was mixing things together. He was doing a good job with his formations and his shifts and his motions. Looked like he had the defense on its heels.
Run with the ball.
His guys right now to hold on to the ball.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get
I know what the problem is.
Very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure on the quarterback.
Caught. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout.
Hopefully they don't score.
Just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Lewis wants to pass. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away. But
our defense helped us.
The quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Just a few seconds remaining here. As they
I don't know who to give it to.
Halftime. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Still looking on the move. The pass falls incomplete.
We get the ball back, aren't we?
This half. Just about set for the 2nd half.
I mean, not the perfect game, but we're not out.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
I got that.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a
question
of trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed.
I don't know
The
what's
pass rushers
going
are
on.
getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
I'm about to give up.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're setting an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Quickly complete. And he picks up the
turnover.
first down, but he will
Damn.
remember the price he paid after that hit. Georgia Southern about to snap it on around the first.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really frustrated.
They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense.
If I lose,
Is about
I don't know,
most
man.
of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big pack. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up.
It's all.
Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal.
Really?
A solid pickup there before the
Really?
defense is able to make the stop. Got 5 on that last one. Now, how aggressive will they be on 2nd and inches? They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the
How can we
second half.
win
Man,
that?
it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense.
This is like last season.
Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I thought when we beat Duke, we will win. But I was wrong.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic.
But
but they
fucking
get him on the
fire
ground
for
at the
what?
20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State
Oh no, I'm
offense.
pissed.
The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a
Yeah, we
3-and-out,
are.
Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in
Wow.
that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Going for the big play. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his.
A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws.
I bet it's our old quarterback.
Put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Like, no, I'm not messing.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. This time it's complete.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I thought this
And that's a
guy
really
was
good example.
good.
Quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The
Right,
timing
just
was
right.
almost
Yep.
perfect on that play. That's
Oh.
why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
Just fuck it.
That is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Found some space and
It's
crossed
gonna
the
take
10
him
out to the
fucking
11. It's a
hours,
pickup
bro.
of 6. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Motion from the offense. Lewis to throw. It's complete to the left.
I don't
And
give a
he's knocked
shit
down immediately,
about
but
my
not
fucking.
before he moves the chains. From the shotgun, the inside give. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Movement here from the tight end. Trying play action. Getting some heat. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Oh, come on!
And he his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
We
And
suck.
the Eagles have their offense in high gear.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in 3rd down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field. If somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good
This
hit
is
on him
like
because he
so
slides to
frustrating.
protect himself.
I just want to win.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Lewis wants to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And
Yes, finally.
down he goes at the 18. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he...
You need a timeout. Oh, he's an A.
Return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he can't make the connection on his 1st attempt.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They'll go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a dupe. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Fires to the big fella. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Georgia Southern has
We cannot win a game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter,
Now I just
losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
And a good
This is so frustrating.
cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's
What are we doing wrong?
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
We gotta stop them. I refuse to fucking hold.
Lewis to throw. Bottle time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in,
okay.
It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first
I don't know
down.
how many chances are we going to have.
Punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. Guys,
But I'm not lying. I am getting frustrated, man.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. With the first down, they'll put it in play.
Touchdown.
33. He wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Just fuck you.
The incomplete pass with the deflection. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest.
What is?
No doubt, situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things. Like
Oh, we got it.
One high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
What is going on?
That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed.
Here we are.
One high
Catch it.
and deep down the left side.
Come on.
And it's caught inside the 30. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score.
Like, damn.
Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Paul, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive.
And the quarterback
Hell yeah.
goes down at the 11-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Lewis wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch.
You know what? It could be the rain, too.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads it left. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect.
Oh my gosh.
He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A third and long coming up here. They get to him as he throws.
I'm about to
That
flick
pass is
someone
well
off.
off target. He got hit as he was trying to
No,
throw.
I'm
They
going
can't
for it.
convert on
Fuck
third
you.
down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete.
I give up. Nope. Done.
Desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the
I don't know
connection.
if it's a rain
Offense likely to lead
or
on the run
what.
to milk this clock. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
But it's
Time is on
pissing
their
me
side, and
off.
they're going to wind that play clock all the way down.
If we lose, I might retire.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side.
Okay, there's no way they
Third
go.
down. If they can move the chains, they can just about solve this game away. To the ground with the back.
No.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout call by the defense.
We got one more
Save as
chance.
much time as possible for their offense. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think we got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you lose the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Gets open down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Keeps it and gets the and into the end zone. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move, trying to get the late score.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in.
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. And those big moments right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can now. Defense, you're up. I need you to get
Well, we came back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oh my God.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Lewis to throw. Extending the play. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got him in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. He's looking for a man on second down. Quick strike complete. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took
We got to win, guy.
It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
That was good defense.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against
Thank you guys for watching.
in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top.
You lofts one high indeed. In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
We won. We won.
He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it.
We came back.
After the interception.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you gotta score, you gotta make big plays.
26 to 14.
This one might cost him.
Running out the clock, a mere formality.
We can take our time.
As we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Now this team has consecutive
How did we
wins, and when
win?
you start